Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons and Chloe exists.
Leave me alone!
Chloe, what are you doing, brackets, this time in this episode of Touch Detective Rising 3 Does Funky Dream of Bananas? Because, in the last episode we met the gnomes, and we established that they'd lost their keys, and Chloe is still being Chloe.
You're such a nag! I don't have time for you right now!
Come on.
Fine, what do you want?
First of all, what in the are you doing?
I'm hunting for treasure!
Treasure. That's where your deductions have led you? Alrighty then.
Seems like that lady picked up some treasure here earlier. Maybe there's still some left, so I'm looking.
How do you know it was treasure?
She was skipping around singing about taking it to Connor. Connor's that guy who runs the antique shop, right? That means it must be treasure. She was all giddy about turning it into cash, I'm sure of it.
Wow, my entire esophagus.
I let treasure slip right past my eyes. This is my greatest failure.
What about gnome keys? That's the thing we're doing. Do you know anything about gnome keys?
No, I don't.
Well, have a good day then. So, in between episodes, I had a theory moment. So Whittaker, right? He's looking for metal trash. I'm beginning to theorize that perhaps he was responsible for mecha fungi. Like, I've not got all the pieces yet, but what I'm putting together in my mind is that he built mecha fungi as because he's jealous of our fungi, because clearly he doesn't care enough about Tweedledidums, and it didn't work out, so he tried to throw it out, and that's the metal trash he's trying to dispose of. Anyway, ooh, a gnome key! Anyway, you...
Welcome. What are you looking for today?
Have you seen a gnome key?
A gnome key? No, can't imagine I have.
Too bad. Well, what's this then? What if I showed you this? Will you care? I'd rather not show... Yes, that's understandable. Here's a gnome's letter. Yes, you do! Okay, so we are 3 minutes in, or thereabouts. We've found the keys. We just can't pick them up for some reason. Also, can I just sort of molest your objects just in case they're worth putting onto a list? Specifically, Dendrobium. That sounds more like a spell, to be honest. Okay, well, I thought I had a handle on what to do next. And I don't. So, give me a moment to bumble, and we'll find out what's what. Unless... Can I push you in the fountain this time? Oh. Yeah, okay. As for the keys they use, they'll probably be even... Well, yeah, we've been new. For someone like me who has never even seen a gnome key is completely out of the question. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Overly... Well, I could move one letter and then misspell worldly ovary. I gotcha. Yeah, well, I got you, Mr. Worldly Ovaries. Well, my only other thought is maybe Cromwell has built a thing, and... Well, I don't hear any weird background noises, so maybe we can go and retrieve what I theorize to be a metal detector that used to be a banana detector, and has since had the bananas removed, but it's somehow not reverted to its original metal detecting state, but has instead become a new thing that we made up. But the question is, how many money in the world does it cost?
Ah, you have returned with impeccable timing. I have just completed an invention that will be useful for you.
Is it a key ring?
I have named it the Enlarged Display Device.
Not touching that whatsoever. It's a magnifying glass.
What are you saying? This is an enlarged display device.
But
if you do not believe me, open up the item screen and examine it.
Ah, my fourth wall. It probably will. Giving another tutorial this late? Yes, we know how to...
I simply mean to prove that my additions are significant. They are no mere decorations.
Okay, I got it.
Just so, milady. The way you go with the flow so readily is truly magnificent. Cherish that trait.
Hello, how's the flow? Rest in peace, Lysacia. Okay then. Ed, we will call you Ed. just a magnifying glass, but it's got like a karaoke microphone attached to it. These parts seem high-tech, that's what makes it special. And also it has a handle. But can I milk cereal combine? Whoa. Hello, detectives of the world! You've heard the Great Detective Society. Yeah, we've read this already, but we can read the letter, so it works. Can I look closer at my own fine print? Magnify your own face. Okay. Maybe this is what we did. This was the keyring all along. It was the keyring metal detector that used to detect bananas. Okay. Now to recap, we're looking for a path that stretches into infinity, a desert, and a ring around the mulberry bush. Loughbury, I think was the name. A Loughbury circle, which I looked it up, that is an actual, like, Warcraft pilot maneuver, so the gnomes weren't just talking a load of rubbish. Not that I thought they would, just that's the kind of reference this game would make. So, let's have a closer look through Ed. It's a tiny key! I can has. We know what it is. Would you let me take? A key?
You have the eyes of an expert. This is an exquisitely made key. Just how was such a small trinket made, I wonder?
I want it.
I will gladly hand it over for a suitable price.
A suitable price? We don't even wear suits! Tiny letter? Okay. So clearly that's something we'll need to come back to, somehow. In the meantime, there were two things at the pork. The pea pork. Which, okay. Sidebar, Twinkle Park, Sonic Adventure. I've started dabbling in mods for Sonic Adventure, and in so doing I've started referring to Twinkle Park as Tinkle Pork. That's the end of this thought. Okay, so I've had a look at it, and it's a tiny shovel? Okay, I thought this would count as the desert. So, maybe the treasure that ended up, like, maybe the path that stretches into infinity is something else entirely, because they mentioned hearing a song about photosynthesis. Maybe that's this really long carpet, because only Penelope would sing about photosynthesis. So, are we coming full circle? It is indeed a tiny little key! That was supposed to be tuneful, and it just wasn't, and it's even got a 1 on it. How fun. Anyway, I suppose we should probably look at all of the other shinies that we've seen, because we know which ones aren't keys at this point, but we're looking for treasure to exchange for a thing that is a key, so maybe this will be one such thing. It won't be a gnome key, but it is an etched part of something. Well, we can't take it with us, so we'll just have to suffer. Was there something shiny in the forest? I don't remember there being, but... Ah, yes, no, there was. Ah, yes, no, there was. I'm consistent. Anyway, what have we here this time? Is it valuable? It's a machine part. This machine is called the machine machine. Yeah. A small arm moves back and forth. Gnome keys. Gnome keys. Okay. Well, we already knew that they wouldn't be here, but yes, okay, so the path to infinity was indeed the Condoleezza Rice. We could assume then that the park is the desert key. I thought both keys we found in the park, just the desert key being on the right-hand side and the other key being on the left-hand side, so clearly I was wrong about that. And that just leaves the Loughbury Circle. I want to say the original Mr. Loughbury was like French-American? Anyway, ants. We got the key, it looks like a key. Now, what if we just turned these in? Would that be enough to say... I mean, it's not going to open all of the locks, but can it at least... We need a treasure, basically.
Oh, you've done well to find this. There are 2 more.
Please do your best. Ganbate kudasai. Which... Okay, I have another thought. So, ganbate kudasai is the Japanese equivalent to saying good luck. But it's formed in the imperative. So, like ganbate is like the imperative, like it's an instruction. It means do your best. But then kudasai means please. So it's please do your best. So, like, it's not may luck be kind to you. It's go and make your own luck. I believe in you. And I love that attitude. Anyway, can we find something of value to exchange for a tiny key? Am I jumping the lemons?
God blimey, this cake is killing me.
Get well soon. He never learns. Best boy never learns. Anyway, are you valuable or are you just sparkles? Is it a gnome key? No, it's just scrap metal. Which is still metal. Not that it's useful, but I mean, maybe Whittaker would be interested. Anyway, have you seen a gnome key? Spoilers, you have.
I don't know about gnomes or whatever, but I did pick up a miniature key in the park earlier.
Show me them. Okay, that was a reference to the bad lip reading of Hot Problems. Does anyone remember either of those component parts, or am I just whispering gently into the ether?
I don't have it anymore. I gave it to that dreamboat.
There is a perceived age gap here. Like, I'm perceiving the antiques guy to be, like, in his 30s at most, and you to be about the age that my second-year A-level English teacher was when I did my A-level English. And she was middle-aged. I don't know, it just seems a little bit wonky. But you do you. You gave it away?
It was a present. If I increase my ranking with him, I'll raise a good enough ending flag.
This is not Stardew Valley, madam. Okay, well, maybe I've just, as I said, jumped the McMuffin and actually he can just tell us straight up what he's looking for. Yeah, you know what we're looking for. We're looking for the key. Define suitable price. It's a key to a gnome's house. They're in trouble without it, so, please?
Pretty please? Even if you say please, I am still running a business. The physical appearance of the please has no bearing on the matter.
But you only just got it. I heard it was picked up in the pork.
It was lost property.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna twist your arm, and your feather duster, and your corn.
I see, then I have no choice. I cannot sell someone else's lost property, it wouldn't be right. Please return this to its owner.
I will. Thank you, he really is kind. Yes, I think Mackenzie also has a bit of a thing for him. And I think only us on this side of the fourth wall can tell that, I mean, come on. He's probably the Cornstalker, but, I mean, I will say, if this game somehow incorporates the twist that Connor the Antiques guy and the Cornstalker, in fact, aren't the same person, despite the fact they've been teasing it for 2 games now, that would be a twist worth having waited all this time for. If they make it make sense. Anyway, the people have a key.
Yes, with these we can return to our village. You have done well, I thank you.
Run-on sentence. Teehee.
This detective, thank you. Hey, Chief, this detective really is a good person. I'm sure she'll be able to save us.
Still.
She searched for these keys all for our sake. Chief, at this rate, mecha fungi will destroy our village.
I am sorry, it is selfish of me to ask this, but will you lend us your eggs? Sure. They only seem to sell them in cartons of 6, and I only need like 2 or 3 at a time. Real life story. That is an actual first world problem I have. They give me too many eggs. I just want to make muffins. I don't need 6. I worry that they'll spoil. Although I did manage to scramble an egg for the first time in my life a couple of weeks ago, and I mean, I just used an egg and some oil. It was not very flavorful. Just as Mimi wrote in her letter, our village is under attack by mecha fungi. Mecha fungi is extremely ferocious. When the sun sets on this day, our village will surely be destroyed.
That's why we've been collecting garbage to build a barricade.
Oh, so you're not just recyclable.
Every day it's broken, and every day we have to build a new one.
It will come today, too, before long. Oh no, then the barricade will require some aid.
Yes, we have to hurry. We collected a lot of garbage today, so we'll build it again.
I know. I'll go and get some people to help. What's this? More humans?
If Miss Detective says so, it'll be fine. Let's trust her.
Very well. But I have one condition. Only children? Only Called it! And no more than 2 of them, alright? I wonder who we'll need. That was 2 conditions also. Why only 2? Seeing a crowd of humans would cause widespread hysteria. Fair enough. According to my calculations, 2 more is the very limit. Any more than that and our brains will reject the existence of humans. What? limits. Okay. Like old game sprite limits. Mackenzie has become a gamer girl. I want to imagine that she is now a VTuber in between cases. This is why it took so long between Touch Detective 2.5 and this. Many hands make light work, this much is true. But when I imagine so many humans, I feel such overwhelming terror. Just the thought is enough to nearly make me faint. I mean, you are kind of a victim here, but at the same time you are still perpetuating discrimination? So I can sympathize, but not completely, because you're still problematic, sir. Anyway, why only children? Mr. Oldman. Even human children are enormous and frightening. If human adults were to come, there would be mass panic. Those who cannot bear the horror might very well lose their minds. Like cosmic horror, like, we are Cthulhu. To save a village but no citizens is putting the cart before the horse. Why do you know what a horse is? You're not allowed to know that. Anyway, tell me more about you, me, Kafungi. It is a machine similar to the fungurines I collect in secret, so I named it Mechafungi. Why would you just... Not only why would you say that, why would you lead with that? Mechafungi is extremely ferocious. When the sun sets on this day, you already said that. What else? That is all we know. It's basically Dusty Bin gone wrong. Who made it and for what purpose? Why does it attack our village?
Who the hell is Edgar?
These questions remain a mystery. It's not attacking the village, it's attacking the garbage, it's a recycling robot. Calling it now. I'm shooting my shot. Anyway, let's go and find the only children in the world. I'll set out materials for the barricade while you search for help. Okay. Mimi, return to the village. You must explain that humans will be coming to help us.
See you, Miss Detective.
We're never going to see that village, are we? They're going to... I mean, maybe it'll be a throwback like in case 1-4, where we get to look inside the boat and it's full of fleas, and we get to do a little flea investigation, but I don't think it's going to do that twice, which would be a shame. Now, who should I ask? What are you doing on the top screen, Mackenzie? Calm down. Well, I mean, much as I would like to ask Daisy from the clothes shop, I somehow think that we're going to be railroaded into a certain direction here. So, Penelope, the gnomes are in trouble. Will you help us, Penelope? Of course! I'll do my best! The gnomes are at the garbage dump in the forest that used to be the forest, but now it's the garbage dump. It was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul. Let's hurry. Yeah, I think I understood what you meant by that. Pictured here, hurrying. Hurry, Mackenzie, hurry! Yeah, my walking speed is faster than your... I mean, I guess that's mincing? Anyway, Chloe. Much as it burns me, you're asleep! Okay, fine, I'm gonna go and ask Whitaker instead. Get the gender ratio something resembling, and he's gone. I guess we're asking Chloe then. Chloe, wake your entire ass up, and by extension, the rest of you.
Ugh, come on, you're so noisy! What is it? Some people are trying to sleep, you know.
Chloe, lend me a hand.
No way, I'm busy right now.
But you were asleep.
I told you this is my strategy to find the true identity of the moving garbage. I'm on a stakeout. A stake out.
A clap emoji. Stake clap emoji out. It was the work of gnomes.
What?
Really? It was gnomes.
Really? Pull the other one, and by that I mean one of my two white bangs. I kind of look like a Venus's butt from Bug Fables,
Which is the other series of mine that's ongoing at the time of recording this.
Well, if that's true, then what are these gnomes doing picking up our garbage? I've never heard of gnomes having a love for volunteer work.
Rude. They're collecting garbage to build a barricade.
A barricade? You mean a barricade?
Yep, I just wanted to be quirky about it, but trying to protect the village from Mechafungi.
So they're waging war on that secret evil weapon, Mechafungi. When they really need my help, they're desperate for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't go so far to say that they're desperate, never mind for you, but sure.
Alright, leave it to me. I'll show them the power I have hidden up my sleeve.
Is it a side of beef?
Emergency dispatch. Team Chloe, make haste to the scene. Roger.
But Roger Craig Smith isn't here. this should be fine, so, in the next episode, we'll get back to the gnomes, and I will probably have grossly misjudged how long this chapter still has to go, and it'll end in about 5 seconds, and then, well, that's for future me to worry about. So I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. And in the next one, we'll go and deal with the children.